couple of days ago, we finally came across this update that Pigment 4 is now finally launching July 21st, and Nintendo just came up with a trailer for it showcasing more of gameplay mechanics and the new graphical designs, the characters, technically everything added like this Atelier or launch trailer. So take a look. Pigment 4 has been in the making for over 7 years now. It's a strategy puzzle game that has a divine reputation on the hybrid console.
I've been at this a long time. When there's a treasure this big, I make it my business to know about it. The coordinates on that data drive, they're for the MK core.
We got a job, Baratnas.
Cox promised us a real payday. He said, give me 3 months, and you never have to work again.
Announced a little over a year ago by Telltale series as one of the biggest TV game port projects ever since the gameplay trailer dropped last month, we've got over here the Expanse, which is finding life in the gaming industry with not just Telltale, but Dick 9, same developers of the Life is Strange games, collaborating on things. The Expanse, the Telltale series, is an adventure game that acts as a prequel to the TV series and now finally releasing on July 27.
What are you waiting for?
Stations! On my word, loose a PDC volley, then turn and burn.
Just like series. Only this time no dolls to keep you on the leash, yeah?
I hope that my actions on this ship can offer some amends for my past.
Whatever this treasure is, the one thing we know is that it will change everything.
So are you gonna spend the rest of your oxygen feeling sorry for yourself? Or are you going to get to work?
Embark on a new adventure to find 3 magical books and save the mysterious island of Monoth.
From only a week ago, announced through the Summer Game Festival at number 3, we have Disney Illusion Island, a puzzle and action platformer where you play as Mickey Mouse, but inspired by Rayman games. Not just that specifically, it's probably the smoothest retro cartoony classic that we've come across since Cuphead came out. Not to mention being developed by Disney Interactive Studios. Check it out, the game's releasing on July 28th.
And glide through the air to reach distant platforms and hidden areas. Each character's personality shines through in their actions. Up to 4 pals locally can brave the island. Share a hug for extra health. Play leapfrog for larger jumps, or drop a rope to lend a hand. Work together to save Monoth, and you might discover new paths. While exploring the island, you'll meet unusual allies and dangerous foes. Study their movements carefully to figure out the secrets to victory. Join Mickey and friends on a high-flying adventure.
NIS America just released a new trailer for The Legend of Heroes, Trails into Reverie, introducing all of the characters, some new parts of the game world, but more importantly, said that the game is now coming to Switch, PCs, and PlayStation consoles on July 7 this year. Those of you know that's just a JRPG, Japanese RPG that was first released in 2020. It actually follows the stories of Trails from Zero, Azure, and Boundless Straits. The problem is that the game will only cost you about $70. That's not that, it actually goes up to $120 for different editions.
All for one,
and one for all!
all together now!
Shatter! Warhammer! Take this!
just vanished one day.
Coming from Tequila Works, the same developers of the game Deadlight, we've got over here a horror indie, well, what is described by the folks at the company as a eerie narrative adventure that these beautiful folks have been cooking since August 2021, where we actually first saw a glimpse of it, a game called Guild. Guild is now finally has a release date of July 6. It's now coming to PC, Switch, and other consoles into both generations actually, at the same time. It's actually a 10 out of 10 in my book, this one.
Emily? Don't be afraid. Leave me alone. Emily? You're just another monster.
And by returning, that it's some cold around the city trying to open a portal, which is a divine start for a premise. Take a look. The game is releasing on July 12th.
Johnny Turbo, back for more punishment, I see. I'm gonna tear you apart like a cheap toy.
Hold the line! This was a suicide mission! We should have just nuked this fucker from orbit! There are too many of them!
Number 7, we've got over here again the old over-the-top retro shooter Turbo Overkill. The game is now coming over to technically all consoles on July 18, and to accompany the update we got a new trailer too. And boy, it's just a thrill to just even watch it. I thought John Carpenter's zombie game that was announced a couple days ago was dope, but look at this, it's a very gory first-person shooter. It's almost a mix of Doom, Shadow Warriors, and Cyberpunk combined with retro visuals.
I do hope you're prepared for another sky ride. This party's a bust, sir. Let's blow this joint.
Can't touch me!
Double Dragon Gaiden, Rise of the Dragon, will now launch for Switch, PCs, and other consoles in July 27 this year. I've said it before, but if you missed it, this new Double Dragon Gaiden is a co-op beat-em-up game, just like the old original games, featuring tag team duos of fighters infused with roguelike elements, with the aim specifically to deliver a classic Double Dragon style brawl with a lot of new characters, and of course better visuals. Take a look in case you missed it.
Smart! Gotcha! Out of my way!
Here, catch that! Eat lead!
Coming up behind that, maybe the first time it's getting a mention in our lists, I'm not really sure, we've got over here Rise of the Trade, and this time it's something called Ludicrous Edition. This is one of the oldest and also off-the-radar cold classic shooters from nearly like 30 years ago, which was initially built with Wolfenstein 3D engine. Actually, 3D Realms is involved here. This game is now coming to PCs and all consoles, of course Switch, in a remastered edition, releasing on July 31st. Take a good look.
Hey, where you going?
No, don't you leave!
ここはザールブルグ。マリーはこの町の王立魔術学校の創立以来最低の成績を取ってしまう問題児。
Coming back after more than 25 years since it was initially released, we've got over here Atelier Remake. Frankly, personally haven't played any Atelier games. If you're a fan of the series, you just want to keep in mind, based off what I've read, that this is a turn-based RPG in nature. It's a remake. It's releasing on July 13 this year, and you play as Marie, which is a struggling student at the Royal Academy of Magic, whose ultimate goal is to create an item within 5 years, a period of 5 years, that will satisfy her teacher.
時には珍しいものが見つかることも。手に入れたアイテムを調合するうちに作れるものはどんどん増えていきます。町の人たちの依頼を受け、みんなと絆を深めていくマリー。貴様と話すようなことは何もない。少なくともあなたは嫌いじゃないからよ。工房を豪華にしたり、妖精さんを雇って仕事をしてもらったりと順調な様子。ですが。
Moving on, we have here a strategy RPG game called Cross Trails. New to myself over here, apparently the game was first announced at the Tokyo Game Show last year, which is now coming to PCs, Switch, and other consoles on July 20. Like I said, it's a tactical strategy RPG with a heavy focus on its narrative and characters that follows a story-driven plot and stage levels delivered in a 3D quarter sort of aesthetic. Check it out in case you missed it. Nobunaga's Ambition Awakening, which is an original Japanese port that came out precisely last year, is now finally coming over in English for PCs in the PlayStation 4, and also then is in the Switch now, July 20 this year. Quake won't release a new trailer for it, of course, introducing some new war tactics and castle support in addition to the English version of the things. It's a real-time strategy for those of you new that has an almost 40-year history. Take a look, it's an amazing series. Twin Sails Interactive, a few days ago at the PC Gaming Show, came out to announce that the highly praised action roguelike IP, Ember Knights, will be making its way to the hybrid console too, in addition to Steam for PCs of course, on July 18 this year. Accompanied that, we got this nice, neat little trailer if you missed it. This game is a roguelike that's playable for up to 4 players, where you play as a knight attempting to take on an evil sorcerer. Now, a final release date for Punch Club 2 Fast Forward just came through too. The game is now releasing on July 20th this year for Switch, PCs, and other consoles as well. It says, and I think it's been over 20 years since Punch Club was initially released originally. The new game is just the same in formula, a lot of fast-paced action, but even more punching than before, and better visuals of course. last but not least, we have Tad the Lost Explorer, the Craziest and Madness Edition. This is a 2D action adventure game inspired by the animated movie Tad the Lost Explorer, but delivered in a comic book style gameplay, or at least in cutscenes. This game now promises a captivating 2D, 3D perspective, some dangerous and exotic new locations, with each level specifically designed to provide a remembering, neat picture. Check it out, game is now releasing on July 7.